Welcome back to Limitless Table Talk, where it's possible you grew up in a house where yelling didn't mean anger. It meant love. On volume turned to 11. I'm Fern.
I'm Nat. So grab your favorite cup of coffee, pull up a chair, and let's chat. Well, actually, that's because Cuban families, they don't talk. They emotionally speed run through conversations. It sounds like we're yelling, but we're not. We're just speeding.
We're just trying to get the point across as quickly as possible and at a projectional volume so that everyone else can hear it, I guess.
And Hispanics use their hands to talk a lot.
So today, we are specifically talking about being raised on Cafecito in a Cuban household.
Okay. Or Domino's.
Or Domino's.
Oh, you have both, actually.
All right.
Have you ever heard your mom screaming your full government name and instantly assume your life is over completely? And all you did was forget to take the chicken out of the freezer, by the way.
That's well, let that be a lesson. Don't ever forget when your mom says saca pollo,
take the chicken out.
Take the chicken out and get it done. Because if it's not on a plate,
your full government
stove,
name is being
used. Get your full government name and possible retaliation.
No, guaranteed.
Guaranteed.
Yeah, it's guaranteed. That's going to happen.
It's going to happen. You're going to get socked on the head.
For sure. Like you, in my household, you cannot forget to take out whatever they told you to take out for dinner. Because that was a whole ordeal.
I'm sure.
But anyways.
Got a feeling you can't contain. Plug into our electric main. No rules and no limitations. Just real good conversations. So pull up a seat. The talk is on. This is Limitless Table Talk.
This episode is sponsored by Sunset Tattoo Parlor.
Hey, are you thinking about getting a tattoo? Maybe something meaningful? Maybe something to cover up the emotional scars from getting la chancleta after speaking English to your abuela?
Text Limitless to David at 305-710-8413 for a special deal and tell him Fern and Nat sent you.
Because you know we did.
That's Limitless. To David at 305-710-8413. Just in case.
All right. So, why did every Cuban grandma treat AC or air conditioning, because for some people they can't put all that together, like it was a criminal offense?
That's so true, because I would go to my grandmother's house, and if you touched that thermostat, I was getting a full-on TED Talk about the electric bill. Like, full-on. Kid you not. Full-on TED Talk.
What's funny is the house that I grew up in, we didn't have central AC. You know, we had some rooms that had ACs on the wall. Mm-hmm. Not every room had ACs.
Okay.
But the majority of the rooms had ACs, right? So you would end up sometimes in a room with no AC.
And then you'd have to get, having that problem.
And then you'd have to get one of those standing fans that turn, but it makes a lot of noise because
always.
Because back in the day, you know, everything was made of metal, and it would go all the way across.
Okay, I don't remember like my fan sounding like that to begin with, but well, okay.
Maybe I just have the emotional scars from that.
Anyways, my grandparents didn't like us to touch the AC the thermostat for the AC. And what made it worse is my grandparents had plastic on their sofas.
Oh, I remember that. Because you would stick.
They were plastic.
'Cause it was warm.
Literally plastic.
And it was always warm.
And we live in Florida. So it's very, very hot and humid in Florida.
Yes.
So whenever like the family would gather at my grandparents' house and we would sit on that sofa, oh my gosh, you better not be wearing shorts because you were stuck to that sofa for sure.
If you were wearing shorts, you would peel.
Like they had the plastic on it like the couch owed taxes or something. Like, I don't understand. I never understood that concept.
It's weird to me. Like I didn't have that. That because we had the 1960s zebra colored couch.
I don't remember what color was the couch. One set of my grandparents, my mom's parents, is the one that had the plastic on the.
Until the 80s came around. The 80s came around, and all of a sudden, everything was leather.
I would have taken leather over plastic.
But we had the popcorn roof.
Yeah, we did
with
too.
the glitter.
Glitter? Where the heck were you raised?
Yes. For some reason, in the 80s, they decided to update and make everything very 80s. And we had the popcorn roof, and for some reason, it had glitter. I'll never forget that. Because
I'm more concerned of where you were raised now.
That's crazy. If I was tossing a tennis ball or a baseball and I accidentally hit the roof.
First of all, you shouldn't have been tossing it towards the roof.
Listen, I was a kid and I was dumb.
Well, you know. Anyways.
I would toss the stuff up and it would hit the roof. Or even sometimes I would play with my G.I. Joes and I would toss them in the roof. Because
you shouldn't be tossing them into the roof.
Make it snow.
What is wrong with you?
Everything.
No wonder you got your government name used often.
Oh, I got beat. And then God forbid that I tore something in my clothes, my uniform or something. And then abuela would say, "Hey, ve busca la latica." And I'm like,
she would tell you, go look for a can.
Go look for the can. And
this is for our non-speaking Spanish people.
Yes, thank you. So. I appreciate you. I appreciate you translating.
I'm your walking translator.
Thank you. So she would say, "Go busca la latica."
Go look for the can.
Thank you.
Little can. Oh my goodness.
Sorry. And it was the blue can of cookies.
Wait, well, did it have cookies or did it have the sewing stuff?
It had the sewing stuff in it. No cookies. Man, you know how disappointing that is to know
that you didn't know what you were opening.
I had no idea. I just know that I had to go get the can.
I think almost every Hispanic household had a sewing kit inside the... Man, what was it called?
Man, they were like those shortbread cookies. The ones that had the little...
They have it now during the holidays.
Yeah. They would have like the square one with the sugar on the top. And it's the big sugar, right?
Yeah, and then there was like
and then the one that looked like a pretzel. Yeah, with the... Some had the sugar, some were not. What are those, man? Those German or Belgian cookies?
I don't remember.
But they're shortbread cookies.
Definitely you went to a Hispanic household and you saw one of those tin cans. Don't be fooled. There's no cookies in it.
There's no
False
cookies.
alarm, no cookies. It's a sewing kit. Just like you would go into a Hispanic, I don't know, we're Cuban. So for us,
we're Cuban. Let's just say what it is.
I can only speak about us Cubans. You would go into a Cuban's refrigerator and you saw like the tub of butter. And you're like, oh, butter. You guys love butter. But
you open it up, it's frijoles.
Yeah.
Or if you don't know, frijoles.
It's beans.
What?
It's black beans.
I thought it was frijoles.
No, you're just saying the Spanish word.
It's not frijoles.
No. Anyways, don't listen to him. It's black beans.
With the leaf in it.
You would always find leftovers,
basically. Did it have a leaf in it?
For flavor.
It had a leaf.
I'm going to take
straight from a tree.
I'm going to take your Hispanic card from you.
I'm just saying.
I'm going to take your Cuban card.
I'm just saying that it always had a leaf in it. Well, but yes, it was the country crock The big
Always.
old tub of country crock. And there was no butter up in there.
Never.
It was
Like,
it was
it
frijoles.
started with butter.
It was frijoles.
It started as butter.
It once had a life, and its life was butter.
It once had its true name in it, and now it
And then
no
it got
longer
repurposed.
does. Yeah. Anyways, you go to Cuban's household, you don't know really what you're gonna get in it. It may or may not have the right contents of food in it, just like the ovens. I was just talking to some friends about this the other day.
All about the ovens.
Yes.
The fact that ours is a storage unit.
Pretty much, yes. Every Cuban household pretty much maintains their oven as storage. That's where all the,
That's where all the bigger pot and pans are.
exactly. That's the storage. I was just talking about
baking
this.
sheets that never get used for actual baking.
I was just talking about this the other day because the friends I was with are not Hispanic. And their oven was empty. Because I was like, oh, are we going to use your oven? Do you need me to take stuff out? And they're like, what are you talking about? We haven't put anything in yet. And I'm like,
You're like, this is not
What?
correct. What is wrong with you?
what do you
Who
mean? Don't
Where are
have
you from?
stuff in it?
Where are you from?
It was empty.
How do you put all of your stuff
I
in
said-
your pantries and drawers? How does it even fit?
How do you find space
How
for
do you
it?
find space? I mean, if you come to our house, you're going to find
No space.
no space because they're all full of cups,
Tumblers.
tumblers. Because I have a tumbler addiction.
Yes.
I will
you
constantly buy tumblers and cups. I like cups.
But,
If it's a Stanley and it comes in a different color, I want it.
my God, you have
And then you
a
say,
problem.
you don't need it. And then I say, I know I don't need it, but I want it.
My God. But yes, if I found it, I'm going to ignore that. I found it really weird to open their oven and it was ready for me to start cooking in it. Like, I found it really weird that it wasn't going to take me 20 minutes to empty the oven first.
You're like, I can't. Where's all the stuff?
Because usually
I don't
you
understand
take
this.
the stuff out and
And you
you're
put it
like
on the top.
piling it.
You put it on the top.
Yeah, you're like piling it and hoping it doesn't fall. Like, this is where Jenga comes into place, basically.
Cuban Jenga is amazing.
But no, they didn't have this problem. They looked at me like I was strange.
Are they not Hispanic?
No, they were not Hispanic.
Oh.
That's what I started off with. They were not Hispanic, but
Yeah, but how not Hispanic
they're
are
not at all Hispanic.
At all?
At all.
Wow.
At all.
Shocking.
Completely. They had no idea what I was talking about.
They're like, what do you mean you use your stove to put stuff in?
Yeah, I said, I think I've used my stove more for, how do you call this, storage than I've ever used my stove,
You know
period.
what I also don't understand is why we have to use it for storage.
Because I don't have space anywhere. I mean, we have a lot of cabinets. I don't have
We have a lot of cabinets and they're all
Because-
full of cups.
your problem. We have 1, 2, I'm looking at it, 3 cabinets with 3 shelves each
Full of
full of
tumblers and
tumblers
cups.
because
Yeah.
you don't stop buying tumblers. And then at the store, you're like, ooh, I'll throw away one when I get home or
I
2.
never throw it away.
And you never do.
Never throw it away.
Never do.
I never do.
Like, that's a whole other topic
You're
one
absolutely
day.
right.
But moving on from that.
So here's a little tale. Here's a little tale from when I was a youngin.
Okay. Youngin.
A youngin. I would walk home from school sometimes. Most of the time. Every time. I think it was every time. 2 days a week, I can smell from like a block away that the croquetas were being made.
And not just any croquetas. The ones in the frozen. Like, what are they, like caseritas or something? What were they called?
We never had that.
What the heck?
We never had
They
that.
sell them at the frozen section,
Because
man.
my bisabuela, my great-grandmother,
Great grandmother.
thank you for translating so slowly, she made them by hand.
Oh no, you see, we just,
She would make them. And then, no, because what would happen is we had the box in the freezer.
Oh, it started off with the stuff in it? Or no? I had to
That
if
was
you
for
had the
guests.
box.
That was for guests. So if you came over to have un cafecito,
A coffee? A Cuban coffee, actually.
to do visitas,
To come for a visit. This is how we're going to do our episode.
she would bring out the croquetas.
Croquettes.
And she was a classy dame. Crazy, but classy. She would bring out the croquetas
Croquettes.
with galletitas
Crackers.
and limon.
Lemon.
We had a lemon tree in the backyard growing up.
Okay.
So they were not only lemons, they were our lemons, fresh
Ooh,
lemons.
fancy people.
Yeah. And then I don't know, sometime in the late 80s, maybe early 90s, there was like a citrus thing. They made us cut the tree down.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never really had that. So
Yeah, so that's what would happen, right? When I would get home, maybe like twice a week,
okay.
I had fresh homemade croquetas.
Croquettes. This is where we're going with this, man. just go with it.
And we had a fryer.
Not an air fryer.
No, it was a deep fryer.
This is where you would pour like a whole gallon of
Okay.
oil in it. And
So
hope
now,
you
now
don't
comes
die
the oil
from
part.
it.
Now comes the oil part. And it wasn't oil, it was lard.
Well, yes. I don't know in other backgrounds. I just know about the Cuban one. We would have under our sink, like it was like a silver, at least we did, a silver tin can.
The recycler.
It was like a
The
small.
recycler of the oil.
It was a
That's what that
silver
was.
tin can, and you would pour your oil
And
after
it would
you
say,
cooked.
and what was funny is that it had printed on it, aceite.
Oil. Well, you would pour it because you wouldn't pour your oil in the garbage or in
Or
the
down the sink.
or down
Are you
the
kidding?
sink.
That's a catastrophe waiting to happen.
You would pour, you would pour it into this silver tin can. Listen, as a child, I always thought that if I poured that oil down the sink, my house was going to blow up.
Yes.
Okay.
100%.
That's what I always thought.
I don't understand. That is exactly what happens.
I don't know.
Still to this day, I am paranoid about it.
Oh no, it doesn't happen. I've let some oil go down this.
What?
For real.
You're kidding me.
No, I'm not joking.
Oh
I'm
my
for
goodness.
real,
I
man.
am about to have a convulsion.
I'm for real. I've had oil go down the sink.
What?
And the house is still standing, man.
How is that even possible?
Which part that the house is still standing,
Yes.
or that I did that?
Both things. They go hand in hand.
It's my house. I poured it. Who cares?
What is wrong with you?
You survived.
You are just begging for Armageddon.
Oh my God! Whatever.
Begging for Armageddon.
I take risks.
Those are risks
YOLO.
that I am going to have to deal with later.
YOLO.
That's what it is. That's what it comes down to. Is that these are your risks that are my consequence.
It happened. It fell, and I said, "Oh well."
You
We're
don't
fine.
even care that I'm going to have to deal with that at some point.
It was fine. The house is still standing.
I'm going to have to deal with that at some
That
point.
happened like when we first moved in.
Oh! How could you?
What?
How could you?
I'm just saying.
Blasphemer!
Oh my God.
How could you? Terrible.
You're so exaggerating.
I am in shock. You know what? I'm going to use an early 2000s phrase. I'm in shock and awe. Shock and awe.
I'm just saying it happened. The house is fine.
I cannot. Today.
No, you didn't even know what happened when we first moved in.
Oh, maybe that's why I've been having to deal with all of the sink backup problems
Oh, please. There's no... That was... Please.
now. Unbelievable.
Anyways.
Unbelievable.
So back then, there was a silver little tin can that you would pour all the oil in, and then it would dry up, and it was lard. So that was your point, that you would and then they would reuse the same oil. They would reuse this
the same oil, yeah.
that turned into lard to cook your next meal.
Yeah, because we had the it was like a mini deep fryer just for croquetas.
Croquettes.
And for other things that I guess, I don't know, fish sticks. I don't. But they would reuse the oil.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Didn't even
saying.
matter.
It didn't
Didn't even
matter.
matter.
Nowadays, people are so concerned. Oh my God, is it the same oil?
Is it expired? It's just oil, man.
It's just oil at this point.
Oil.
We grew up.
It's gonna cook your food.
Listen, that oil would have cooked our croquettes, our steak, our eggs.
What?
My parents
Steak?
Yeah, my parents would use the same.
Croquette oil?
Yes, they would just. My dad
How?
used to. If you let me
You
finish.
can't deep fry that.
You wouldn't deep fry. You would take a piece of the lard with a knife and then put it on. Why you look at me like I'm crazy, dude? You've seen my dad when you.
I gotta say that it's not far from beyond belief.
Now you know what my dad's secret was. He would get some of the lard from the croquette that dried up, and sometimes it was already mixed of like 3 different things that were cooked in it.
Is that how you got your allergy?
Shut up. Anyways.
All right. It's crazy. Why does this keep moving around so much?
I don't know.
It's you.
Probably.
So abuela would make croquetas.
Grandma will make croquettes.
And I would smell them like on my way home, like half a block away, maybe a block away. I'd be like, oh, it's croqueta day.
Croquette time.
Yeah. And it was good. She would get, for us, we didn't have like all the little fancy dancy cracker and the lemon and the lime and all that stuff.
We used to make it for lunch in a sandwich.
Is that a sandwich with a G?
Shut up. In a sandwich. You met the people that raised me.
Yeah, I know. That's why I asked you if it was sandwich with a G. Sandwich.
You
It's a sandwich,
you saw the
bro.
people that raised me and who taught me to speak.
Yeah.
One spoke perfect English and the other one,
Theoretical. Theoretical English.
But yeah, we would have it as lunch. But I love those croquettes. I tried making it one time here.
No.
The day I made, the oil went down the sink, and it didn't really work out for me.
Murdering me.
What? Okay, if we're going to talk about food, my favorite part growing up Hispanic was breakfast. There's nothing like having a Cuban bread with butter and Cuban coffee with milk.
So I remember my great grandfather. He would make every day, and he would boil milk in a pot.
My grandmother used to do that.
Yeah, she would boil the milk in the pot, and then mix it with the coffee.
Yeah, because they wouldn't use. Well, they didn't really have microwaves back then.
We didn't have a microwave.
But even when we did, they all had microwave.
So the café con leche, so he would make it in the thing, in the
like a pot.
the coffee.
Oh.
He would make the coffee in the coffee thing, whatever that thing's called, la cafetera.
A coffee maker
There
on
you
the
go.
stove.
Coffee maker. and then he would boil the milk in like this. And by the way, it was the same pot that he used every single time. It was like a tin pot.
Oh, my grandmother used to do that too.
Yeah.
I think it was like a Cuban thing because my grandmother also, even when they had microwaves, they wouldn't use the microwave.
No.
They would warm it up. But what I was saying is that I used to love the breakfast because I would get my Cuban toast and dunk it in my Cuban coffee milk. Because I don't know how to translate that differently.
Café con leche.
It's milk with coffee.
A latte.
Mm,
It's a latte.
okay, I guess. Whatever.
Believe it or not, that's what it's called.
Well, anyways, I would dunk it in and whatever. I used to love those for real. Like, really, really do. I still do, actually. But moving on, I don't know why we're always stuck on food.
Well, because food is the soul, right? Like that's where everything comes through. I think the kitchen, especially in a Cuban house.
In a Cuban house, especially if
In a Cuban house,
if a grandmother was in there.
All you can do is smell food everywhere. You walked out of the house, you smelled like food. You smelled like sofrito.
Oh.
Translate that now.
Hold on. I'm going to get it. Hold on.
Yeah.
Spices.
Sofrito is like a seasoning.
Seasoning. That's what I said. I said that.
It's a seasoning.
Yeah, I said that.
So
They were
so
like
you would-
supernatural, man. Grandparents, supernatural grandmas. Bless their
Yep.
heart, for sure.
Yep. Yeah.
Well, for me, yes.
For you, yes.
I mean,
My grandmother was not the same.
for me, yeah. I mean, you have some good memories because you were just.
I do.
Well, it was
I'm-
your
I'm-
grandmother was different from your great grandmother, so
Yeah.
I don't know cooking wise and all that, but you got to experience my grandmother's cooking, and when she would come to our house, well,
Yeah.
my
She
mom's
taught me
house,
how to cook.
when she would come to my parents' house on the weekend,
Yeah.
because it was religious, a Cuban household, religious every weekend. They would come. That is Milo, who thinks
Milo
he's
is
a
going
ballerina.
crazy today. He is stretching out his back leg.
He looks like a ballerina. But anyways, a Cuban
He's
household
doing yoga.
religiously every weekend. And it's always like one house for some reason that everybody
like,
meets
Everybody meets at this one house, and the abuela cooks.
at. Grandma.
Grandma, she cooks, and she'll make all kinds of different meals. And if you're wise, you will stick around and learn
Yeah.
from abuela's cooking.
Grandma's cooking. Yeah. I never
Because-
really learned it.
Because you are a different person.
No, I just sent you and you got it. So we're good.
So I learned how to cook from abuela's cooking because she cooked with so much sazon,
Seasoning,
flavor.
flavor.
If you're going to translate, you got to translate right. She cooked with so much
Sorry.
seasoning.
I was thinking of food and I just went with what I thought you said.
So getting off food, there was always the special cures growing up because for some reason, Cuban households have all these remedies that,
I feel like we're in my big fat Greek wedding now.
yes. Oh, and we're letting all the secrets out today. So if you ever wanted to learn about the Cuban house, we got you. Vic Vaporru.
Vicks.
Vic Vaporru.
Vicks.
All right. This stuff cured everything.
The one that comes in the little tin round can thing. Small.
It revives birds.
Does not. You know, my grandfather
if you
used to
talk
say,
to the
"You have
loved
a."
ones that have passed long
Stop it.
ago.
My great grandfather used to say, "Oh, you have a cough? Eat a small, like a little bit of that Vicks, and it'll cure you."
Which, by the way, is literally ingesting menthol.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah.
I turned out fine.
Crazy. So you would put this stuff on your nose,
on your
throat,
chest.
on your chest, on your back.
You
on
put
your
it on your feet. And
on
then,
your feet.
Yeah, on your
yeah.
feet. And I don't know about, well, for me, as a child, as my mom was rubbing this Vicks on my chest because I caught a cold.
Where did you catch it from?
Well, that's what I was going to say. I got a whole lecture, a whole TED Talk lecture on this is why you don't have your hair wet at night. This is why you don't shower and wash your hair late at night and then go to bed. This is the consequence. Or shower and then go outside at night.
No. Well, you can't go outside at night because there's the dreaded.
I won't be able to translate that.
What is it called?
Sereno?
The dreaded sereno.
Which, how would we translate that to?
So I'm going to translate it. I'm going to try to explain what sereno is. It is a curse. It is a curse that if you go outside and there is a slight bit of dew, you caught the sereno.
What?
Sereno is the worst thing that could happen to you if you step outside. And it's either slightly chilly or slightly moist. So if you live in a tropical, subtropical climate, the chances of being caught by the dreaded El Sereno.
I mean, if you really want to translate it, it just means calm and serene, which is really what it means. But
what is wrong with you?
But listen, Google told me that.
That is not, Google does not know what El Sereno is. Because El Sereno
comes to
will get you.
We're so dumb, the two of us, laughing at this. But yes.
Be careful.
You were told, well, when we had our oldest.
we were constantly warned.
We were constantly warned that if we were going to go out at night from the house door to the car to cover the baby's head.
Cover the baby's head.
I'm saying this and you know how silly we sound.
Because you're going to get
El Sereno.
El Sereno. Tonight is the same night that it happens every night. Your grandparents and parents warned you about. Cuidado, no salgas pa fuera. Es El Sereno.
I can't translate all that.
It's coming.
No,
it's
but
always
it's
there.
For real.
It doesn't matter what day it is. It's always El Sereno.
I can't
like
translate.
a horror movie.
I can't translate all that.
But just so you know that it's literally a horror movie.
But it's for real. Like they would tell us that. No, I'm saying it's for real that they would tell us that. Going from our door to the car, cover the baby's head, put a blanket over the whole kid. Like you would think paparazzi was outside. We didn't want them to take a photo of our child. And
God forbid you go outside and your hair is slightly damp.
Oh, till this day. I was sick the other day. And my mom's like, did you go outside with your hair wet?
You got it, Sereno.
You got it from being outside. You took a shower late. Well, one of our friends, she
caught El Sereno.
No, her mom tells her don't bathe the girls late and wash their hair.
Wash their hair because
no, they're gonna get sick. Just like they tell you don't walk barefoot.
It's coming.
Stop it.
El Sereno.
Anyways. Whatever. Anyways, I'm not even gonna go with that anymore. But
what was that about? Don't walk barefoot?
Yeah, you're gonna get sick if you walk barefoot.
You shouldn't walk barefoot because the floor is dirty.
Well, no, they used to say make sure you put on socks or shoes slippers because you're gonna get sick. The cold goes from the floor through your foot.
The cold, El Sereno will climb up through the floor.
That's why they would put Vicks on your feet. Because it starts there.
El Sereno gets you there?
No, man, not El Sereno. The Sereno gets you on your head. We sound so dumb. Why are we doing this?
Because there's nothing
oh my God.
that can prepare you.
What?
El Sereno.
I can't.
It's coming for you.
I'm gonna move on from this. Moving on.
If you don't put on a hoodie, maybe that's why all the kids wear hoodies.
Well, I wasn't allowed to leave the house without a sweater.
They were warned about it.
We live in freaking Florida. What the heck do I need a sweater for?
For El Sereno. Obviously.
That was at night.
Obviously. You never know where you're going to be at night. You could be out there. El Sereno could come and catch you.
Stop it. I really...
Oh, God. That was so good.
God. I mean...
It was so good.
I don't remember ever telling our kids that. Did we ever tell our kids that? I swear, the day I am a grandmother, if you hear those words come out of me to one of our kids...
I can't wait. It's going to be so good.
Just throw me out to a Sereno because...
It's going to be so... I'm going to be the one that does it. I'm going to be like, oh, what are you doing?
Okay, so...
I'm going to do it in an accent, and I don't even have an accent.
Yeah, you do.
I'm going to go, where are you going? You can't go outside. Because El Sereno is going to get you. I'm sorry, I can't even do it without laughing.
No, but for real.
I can't even do it without laughing.
Like, for real. Growing up, whenever I heard that, like, I would follow directions. Like, I'm not gonna wet my hair at night.
Like,
I'm not
definitely
stepping
not
foot
doing that.
outside. I felt like that movie, The Fog. Like, if
That's it.
that if
Sereno.
I stepped outside,
I
it was
think
gonna
that's what
get
it
me.
Sereno is.
I don't.
It's the fog. It's the mist.
No, it's not a mist.
It's
It
the
comes
mist.
from the. Don't laugh at me now,
What?
because I got the explanation as a child.
Wait.
Don't laugh at me.
Who explained it to you?
My father.
Oh,
Don't laugh.
this is not accurate.
Don't laugh. And
This
my
is so not
grandparents,
accurate.
they vouched.
They.
Okay. In my understanding, when I was a child and I was explained, because I was like, what's coming to get me?
You was explained.
When it was outside at night from the moon
What?
comes.
What?
Well, it's at night. The sereno comes.
From the moon? What?
I can't. I give up. I don't
What
believe
is
my whole
that?
childhood was a lie.
The sereno comes from the moon. It attacks you when you least expect it. It is el sereno, the most dangerous thing in the world. Forget it. Forget anything else, right? Forget the boogeyman.
No.
Forget all that stuff. It's la chancleta and it's el sereno.
Look,
Those are the most dangerous things in the
'cause
universe in
I
a Cuban
had to.
household.
I had to. I looked it up. What does sereno mean in Latin? Clear, calm. I've been lied to my whole life.
That's exactly it. Oh man, I can't wait for my buddy to hear this because he's always talking about el sereno and how it's going to get you.
It's peacefulness and serenity. What in the world? Why are we lying to our children?
Well, it's the same reason when you lie to them and say
Okay, sheesh. Sheesh. Sheesh.
that el sereno will get you.
Yeah, we'll stick to that. How about that? Don't say anything else.
El sereno.
I don't know.
So dangerous.
I'm in a whole rabbit. I've fallen into a rabbit hole about this. Okay, we're moving on because we're sounding more and more silly now. The more we talk about it. Okay. Oh my
Who
God.
sounds silly
We do.
that you are Googling
Yes, I just Googled it, guys. I really, really
el
did.
sereno? The most calm you've ever had. It attacks you when you least expect it.
So, for instance, I like showering now at night, like right before I go to bed. That was not allowed when I was a child, when I was younger, because I would get sick, apparently. I don't remember ever getting sick, but I would get sick.
Of course.
And if I got sick,
That, of course, makes the most sense.
and if I got sick, it wasn't because somebody at school was sick or somebody in my house was sick. It was because I must have showered and wet my hair or gone outside.
Oh, God forbid.
So, okay, stop. That's it. We're done with that. Oh my God, I can't. Every Cuban household had the Cuban coffee.
Yes.
Like, it was like Cuban coffee time. Who wants coffee? And everybody was like, hello.
You know, it's kind of like our friends across the pond in Britain that do tea time. Mm-hmm. Except we do cafecito time.
Coffee time, yeah.
That's what I said. Cafecito time.
Coffee time.
That's what I said.
It's Cuban coffee time, not American coffee time.
Thank you. Which, happens at any given point. It's not like it's 2:00. It's tea time.
And what's up with the grandparents? Well, it's always grandmothers. Notice we don't really mention grandfathers that much, but grandmothers. What's up with them standing in the darkness in the kitchen at 4 a.m. making coffee? Like we're in a haunted show?
They have a different time than we do.
No, I swear
They are on a
Cuban
different
grandparents
time.
don't sleep.
They are on a different time. They don't sleep.
Because they're watching out for the sereno.
Of course, they have to make sure that the sereno doesn't creep in.
No, but seriously.
I don't think they ever slept. As long as I was awake, they were awake. Always. Even when they would retire, voy a retirar. That's what they would say, right? Mm-hmm. When they said they would, voy a retirar. And that means they're going to their room. They were still not asleep because Sábado Gigante was on.
Oh my God, yeah. But it just never made sense why at 4 a.m. they're standing in the darkness in the kitchen making coffee. For Christ's sake, turn on the light.
No,
on vacation, my grandmother scared the crap out of me.
Because then they're wasting electricity. That was one of the big things.
Scared the crap out of me, man.
Listen, electricity was not a common thing in Cuba, I guess, in the Middle Ages. In the middle 20th century. Or the early 20th century, right?
Yes. Now, before... because we're almost coming to the end because we took way too much time with Sereno.
What are you talking about? Sereno is a scary thing.
I did not experience this as a child, but I know you probably have because I know you and some other people. The chancleta.
Oh, I got hit a lot.
You didn't translate for me. What the heck?
Oh. The slipper.
Now, when you translate it, doesn't it sound sillier? The slipper.
It doesn't sound violent.
That's
like
when
it was.
That's when
like
the slipper
it was violent.
Would come flying at you.
The chancleta. See, you hear it. You hear the word, right?
Mm-hmm.
La chancla, la chancleta.
It's slipper.
It's a violent word, man. It sounds violent. Like, say it. Chancleta.
And then you say, the
Chancla.
slipper.
Some cultures say chancla.
Yeah. Like, well, whatever. You could have been thinking of doing something wrong, and all of a sudden that slipper, that chancla came flying at you.
Dude, it came in before you walked in the room.
Yeah.
It was already in there.
And I want to say that is used in a lot of Hispanic backgrounds.
Yeah.
I didn't have that growing up. We were just grounded and that was it. But I've heard of it. But I didn't want to not mention it because, then people say we didn't mention it. And we did. Now we did.
We did.
So
how about we do a ka-chow for Cuban American trauma?
Okay. So why don't we title it, Did This Happen to You?
Did this happen to you? Ba-da-ba-ba-bum. All right.
Okay.
Did it?
Okay, go ahead. Go with the first one.
Okay.
What's the first question? I don't know.
How many times were you compared to a cousin who somehow became a doctor at the age of 12?
My whole life.
Always.
Listen, till this day, I don't even know why my parents gave me a name. Because I'm never called by my name. The last thing I'll be called is my name. Anyways, how about hearing tenemos comida en la casa? Which means, do we have food at home?
No, we have food at home.
Oh, sorry. We have food at home. How many times did you ever hear that? Well, no. Why am I asking you that?
Yeah,
okay,
exactly.
Go ahead,
I
ask
should
me.
have asked you
Go
that.
ahead, ask me.
How many times did you hear, no hay McDonald's, tenemos comida en la casa?
Every day.
Right, which means there's no McDonald's, we got food in the house.
How about, well, we raised our kids Cuban, so we've said this before. Parents acting like wasting rice is a federal offense.
Because it is.
There's a lot of hungry people out there, man.
Here's another thing now that you said rice. Arroz con huevo frito.
Oh. Yeah. It's rice and eggs, guys.
Rice and eggs.
Fried eggs.
All right. Go ahead.
Loud family arguments that magically disappear 10 minutes later.
Because you think it's an argument.
But they're just talking. Excited.
That's the whole thing in a Cuban house. Everybody has the volume. It's never 8 or 9 or 10. It's 11, it's 12, and it's 13.
But then imagine that's just talking. Now add when the Cuban family have a dramatic argument, it's worthy of an HBO.
Yes.
And then 5 minutes later, they're like, hey, do you want flan?
Pretty much. And cafecito?
Of course,
Because that's the way you're supposed to do it.
You end every meal like that. A dessert,
Always.
a Hispanic dessert, most of the time it's flan because, hello, we're Hispanic. And a Cuban coffee.
Yep.
Now we've become a little more Americanized and we do American coffee.
The American and Cuban American has really taken over. But what was, here's another thing. Here's a question for you before we wrap this up.
Okay.
What was the most Cuban thing your family did growing up?
Play dominoes, get together every weekend, and be loud, in all honesty. It was mostly like playing dominoes and grandma cooking in the kitchen. My family used to get together at my house. So that was always cool.
It's beautiful.
Yes. And if you're not Cuban, what's the oddly specific thing your culture did that made no sense until adulthood? So you guys think of that and let us know. I was going to ask you the same question, but we all know your answer.
Know my answers.
You could only, well, you know what? You could still answer. I mean, we've been together a long time, since high school.
I can tell you that growing up, the most Cuban thing we ever did was visitas.
Visits?
We would go to people's houses because my great grandparents liked visiting their cousins, which ended up being my cousins.
Yeah,
somehow,
we're strange.
somewhere. Yeah, and we all kind of grew up together, me and my cousins. So we would do that, and then they would have like, I don't know, I guess it was the food and the cafecitos, because even as a child, you grow up with cafecitos
Always. And
like you drink your little coffee, you drink your café con leche at night.
Yeah. And something else that for me as a Cuban household and a Cuban family, every summer we did a week to 2 week vacation in the Florida Keys with the whole entire family. I'm talking about my parents' cousins, and it was like a whole thing every year, same place, same time. Came to a point where we knew the owners of the motel, because it wasn't like a hotel. I guess it was like a, whatever you call those places there. Motel, right?
Motel, inn.
A motel inn, but not outside in a Sereno.
Definitely not in a Sereno.
But anyways, we've gone on and on about this.
We might make this another parter at some point.
Maybe we'll do a whole episode on just Sereno.
El Sereno.
Oh my God. Oh, there's Milo. He's done. Anyways, all right, guys. Well, it was amazing talking to you all again.
Thank you for letting us share our culture with you.
And thank you for listening.
We appreciate you.
And I hope we made you laugh. And don't forget, drink some Cuban coffee if you've never had it. Give it a try. Find a Cuban friend. And you'd be amazed. Some American friends may know how to do it. But find yourself a Cuban friend. I know. Find a friend and make yourself a Cuban coffee. And remember, follow us, subscribe.
At Limitless Couple 305.
And share us with your friends.
Don't be selfish. Period.